Breaking news with Paul Toole.
Hello and a very warm welcome. The Cal League, the first Crip softball league in Los Angeles, presents its coffee table book of 500 Black Unity pictures by author L.A. Nutt. The Cal League uplifting families, communities, and ending the sickness of gang violence that has plagued black communities for over 50 years. The Cal League players, former Crips on 11 teams, backed by their communities, create a safer environment for all LA communities. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
What makes you righteous? You see, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I won't fornicate and I won't commit adultery. I don't smoke dope.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
And I say all my prayers every day. And I give whatever I can in charity.
Yes, sir.
And what else do you do? But what do you mean, what else? Is there something else? That's nothing. That's vanity. So you don't smoke, so what? So you don't drink. You don't use drugs. So what? What are you doing to better the condition of others? What are you doing to reform where you live? And if you do nothing to reform society with the knowledge you have received, then you are guilty of concealing knowledge. And that is a cardinal sin.
Does anyone right now ever recall mental health assistance to slaves? Anybody remember sending in the therapist after I sold off your son, daughter, raped folks? At any point? Never. Second question. After slavery was officially over, now you're free. Anybody remember any therapy then? We know it's been rough, it's been deep for you, it's been difficult. We're going to do a little group therapy. Anybody remember that? That would be no. Number three, after slavery officially ended, both in the States, in the Caribbean, the British ended, do you remember whether or not trauma continued? Did the trauma continue?
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. Hey, man, look, please like, subscribe, share, let a person know that we back again, man, and we out of control. There's no more than 24 over here, you know. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. You heard the young lady. As you may know, if you don't know, a lot of the homies suffering this Crip and blood addiction thing, they suffering from GAMD, and which is a direct result of what was done to them in the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, and everything. That's why you got the Crips and the Bloods. See, the Crips and the Bloods is a side effect of the experimental work of J. Edgar Hoover. So you owe the Crips and the Bloods to J. Edgar Hoover. No matter if you say, well, yeah, you know, people had chances, this and that, education, everybody, this and that. Everybody have the right to make their choices, decide. That was over 20 years ago. People should have learned this and that. See, the thing of it is that you have to go back to what he says. If I allow these people to release Black unity together across the nation, guess what? Imagine if there wasn't no Crips or no Bloods here messing nothing up. Did you ever think about that? A community of Black people in the United States everywhere where there's no Crips and there's no Bloods, period. They never existed. What is the state of Black folks then? That's an amazing question, man. And it all comes from slavery. Everything. It starts with slavery. Yeah, you got people talking about this, you got people talking about that, you got people that are talking about this and that. But the main thing is this: it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what education you got, it doesn't matter what school you went to, it doesn't matter how much information you know. From slavery to J. Edgar Hoover put a lifetime of mistrust, uneducated, selfish, egoish, murderous, mental people together. This is why you cannot overcome Black people. It's not meant until some dramatic or where you look in the sky and God pulled the sky out and look his eye in there or something. That's what's just going to shut everything down. It's going to be a dramatic occurrence that have to bring Crips and Bloods together that make everybody bow down. The riots of 92 wasn't even big enough because guess what? It was over with after 3-4 days. Far as the government is concerned, it lasted in the streets a couple of weeks. After that, somebody did something stupid over here, somebody did something over there. Man, that shit is over with. Don't even come over here no more. Hey, homie, y'all, I think it's best for y'all to leave from over here because it's about to be turned up again, you know? So, and it turned up more than ever. And guess what? The same people who thought that just lived in the hood, now all of a sudden after 1992, they in from the hood now. Now when it's back home, where you at? You know, that's just more division and just, you know, causing bull, you know. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, good? What's up, yeah, you was young. Okay, a month later, it's back cracking. Hey, man, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Nah, homie, it's a meeting, homie. You gotta. Hey, man, I gotta go to work, man. You don't even got no car, man. I catch the bus. No, you don't. I ain't never seen you on Western on the bus, man, at all. Never. You just don't want to be a part of this no more. You just had a fun-filled 2 weeks, like, yeah. These are the type of people that's added to the culture of gang banging. It was already caused out of economic depression, environmental depression. Oh my God. Mental depression, spiritual depression. All these things contribute to the falling and making of a black people and the making of what is known as, Lord have mercy, I hope my son don't gang bang. Lord have mercy. Is she a girl? What is she talking about? She's a blood. Oh my God. That is what's created. And I'm not saying that gang banging is going to be over, because I don't believe it's going to end. I believe that something dramatic is going to happen just to make all the homies stop. You feel me? Period. And just have to come together and deal with your family. Some crisis where it's going to affect bigger than COVID and all that. You know, something that's going to be permanent, that's going to change. So that's how that's going to end. And you just going to have to go with whatever it is that you're going to go with. But I do want to welcome everybody to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. And today I'm passing out meds. I'm calling this is going to be Hot Meds Wednesday. You got to come get your meds on Wednesday. You coming to see the doctor, man. I'm finna pass out some meds, because you need your medication, man. You need your medication. So I'm going to pass out some meds to you. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna let you see the lady again. I want you to see her again. You know, this is Dr. Crip, Hot Meds Wednesday. Look, remember they call you, man, you better go down there. They're gonna come looking for you. That's when you're in prison. I know I ain't been to prison, Dr. Crip, so I don't know nothing about hot meds. Could you explain it to me? Well, hot meds is what got all these dudes. Remember your neighbor when you knew he was bad, and but you could tell he was sharp, he was active, and he went to jail, in the 80s, 90s, or whatever, right? And now you ain't seen him in a while. He did 10 years or whatever. Now he getting out. You seen like, hey, what's going on? And he the same person, but something is different. Something is different. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Like, you're not the same hyper type of guy that I really remember. Yeah, because Seroquel, Ritalin, Hal Dog, all that'll slow the brain down. It'll slow the brain down. And once the brain is slowed down, it's like, it's something wrong, but you just can't put your finger on it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's them hot meds, that people were taking, just to get away from reality, just because you wanted to be high, or you was forced to take it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's pretty much going on with that. So I need you to I want you to pay attention to this. I want you to hear this lady again. This is Hot Meds Wednesday with Dr. Crip, man.
Does anyone right now ever recall mental health assistance to slaves?
No.
Anybody remember sending in the therapist after I sold off your son, daughter, raped folks? At any point? Never. Second question. After slavery was officially over, now you're free. Anybody remember any therapy then? We know it's been rough, it's been deep for you, it's been difficult. We're going to do a little group therapy. Anybody remember that? That would be no. Number 3, after slavery officially ended, both in the States, in the Caribbean, the British ended, do you remember whether or not trauma continued? Did the trauma continue?
Probably so. So now look, I want you to listen to this. I want to read something. Follow me. Just give me a chance, man. Just give me a chance. Hold on. Now, this is after slavery. You feel me? And everything is over. Raymond Washington, age 15, started his new street gang in late 1969, shortly after much of the Black Panther Party power base was eliminated, and as other social and political groups became ineffective in Los Angeles. Washington, who was too young to participate in the Black Panther power movement during the 1960s, had absorbed much of their rhetoric of community control of neighborhoods. He fashioned his street organization after the Black Panther Party militant style, sporting the popular black leather jackets of the time, clearly influenced by the slain Black Panther Party leader Bunchy Carter, who had lived. Now, Pete, hold on. Just follow me. Give me a chance now. Hold on. Give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Okay. Now, look. I'm going to jump to, I'm going to just go to 2006. That was in 69. You understand what I'm saying? So we know what happened in the 70s, gang banging is at all time. 80s, all time. Niggas killing each other, chasing each other down the street, broad daylight. What's up, blood? Take that flu off. What's up, cuz? What's happening now, cuz? It's cracking. So the 90s, little truce happened in the 90s. Mostly the east side, the west side kind of tried to. The east side had it cracking. So we just jump into 2006 of what is reporting it. So bear with me. So this is a Wikipedia article. Why We Bang is a 2006 independent documentary film that documents the historical background of LA Bloods and Crip gangs. The film the film follows several current and former members of the Bloods and Crips of Los Angeles through interviews. The objective of the film is stated by director C. Jones as, "We just got tired of seeing people not from our community making so-called hood movies that did not really depict what our community was all about. Our goal is to bring real images and real stories about real people to the big screen." Whatever that means. I don't know, you take whatever, but that's just the attitude of 2006. Now, follow me. Come on now. Just bear with me. Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. Gang members sentenced to 7 years in prison for racketeering and firearms charges. A member of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crip gang was Newark, New Jersey. A member of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips gangs was sentenced today to 84 months in prison for his role in a racketeering conspiracy and for possessing firearms and ammunition as a convicted felon, U.S. Attorney Philip R. Sillinger announced. Amir Warden, a.k.a. Stamps, a.k.a. Killer 31, previously pleaded guilty before U.S. District Judge Susan D. Wigginton to a superseding, and that's just meaning that they had so much dirt on him, you feel me, that he wasn't nothing he could do. Superseding information that charged him with racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations, conspiracy and possession of firearms and ammunition by a convicted felon. June Wigginton imposed the sentence today in New York federal court. That was in June 25th, 2024. Now listen, I want you to understand. I want you to understand this, but I can read this too. According to the documents filed in this case and statement made in court from 2015 through September 22nd, 2022, Warden was a member of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, a criminal enterprise responsible for acts of violence and the distribution of controlled substance in District of New Jersey and elsewhere. Warden held a leadership role within the enterprise and conspired with other members and associates to distribute controlled substances. On August 19th, 2019, he distributed heroin. On September 29, 2022, Warden, a convicted felon, knowingly possessed 3 loaded firearms, 3 highly capacity drum magazines, and approximately 13 rounds of ammunition. Now, this is what I want you to listen to. This is important. This case is part of an organized crime drug enforcement task forces, OCDETF, them the letters, investigation. Their purpose identifies, disrupts, and dismantles the highest level criminal organizations that threaten the United States using a prosecutor-led. So he giving the green light on all that, basically. Intelligence-driven, multi-agency approach. You understand what I'm saying? Intelligence. That means that they only move on facts. Just bear with me. Check me out. 3 gang members convicted for their roles in a murder. Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. A federal jury convicted 3 members of the Hoover criminal gang yesterday for their roles in the murder of a suspect rival gang member. According to court documents and evidence presented at trial, Markel Young, 32, Octavius Ferguson, 27, and Jordan Powell, 25, all of Gibson County, Tennessee, were members of a subset of the Hoover criminal gang known as the 83rd or A-Tray. This violent criminal street gang operated through Tennessee, California, and elsewhere, and was engaged in racketeering activities, including murder, robberies, and the trafficking of cocaine. On January 31st, 2017, the defendants murdered a suspect member of the rival Gangster Disciple gang in Humboldt, Tennessee, in retaliation for a shooting against a member of the Hoover criminal gang. Young ordered Ferguson, Powell, and co-defendants Bakari Lennon and Monterio Ross to commit the murder, which they carried out by going to the victim's home and shooting several firearms indiscriminately through the open front door. He was, they walked up like, low key, like, yeah, we got it, and killing him through the front door. Now, check this out. This case is part of organized crime drug enforcement task forces. Do you see where I'm going with this? Crips and Bloods in Los Angeles. You have so much karma on your shoulders that we need to be praying that the wave of Crips and Bloods can come together out here. And I'm talking across the board because of what you created. You understand what I'm saying? Are you following me what I'm telling you? Because of 1969, this is what is happening in 2024, not just in Los Angeles, but in other states. So the karma of peace is nothing to play with, because you will get hurt. Because the generation, did you hear them? The 25, 27, 19. Did you hear these? Because this generation, if they do not pick up and understand the importance of Black unity at this time, they will grow up to extinguish and set back and just illiterate Black people in general, because they will not be out here. Now, yeah, Nut, Dr. Crip, you said, oh, no, of course there are going to be Black people working, this and that, but you are going to be slave laborer. You're not going to be owning nothing. You're not going to be doing nothing. It is not going to work out for your kind. See, now, you know what stuff I trip off of? Remember how back then, when your mama and daddy was back in the South in the 50s and the 60s, they couldn't wait to get to California for better education, better jobs, and everything. But in this day and age, guess what? People in California got to leave and want to get out because of gang violence and just whatever it is, woo, 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 and go back south home. So Black people are confused. Black people are confused because which way do I go? I got to think about my mama when she get old. I got to think about this. I got to think about that. Where do I go? If you just say, hey, man, I know I'm going to live and die in California. Well, check this out. You're not finna be a criminal your whole life. That's what you're not finna do. That's not going to happen because you're going to get caught up at some point. And when you get caught up, guess what? All that is coming down. So you have to create, you have to be part of, you have to invest in something that is Black unity. It is detrimental to the future of your kids, that hood, that hood, that hood. It don't have nothing to do with Crips and Bloods. As a Black person living in Los Angeles, I need Crips and Bloods to come together so I can be a part of something that is being built. But you got this hanging over us. Slavery mentality. And it is the hardest thing in the world to break when J. Edgar Hoover and the slave masters have done their job to pass the mentality of creating selfishness, egoishness, the women, kill, 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 shake, 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 titties, titty, all this stuff. So this is all part of one plan. So how do you bring all this stuff together? So what you saying, Dr. Crip, you got the answer? No, I got medication. I got meds for you to deal with it. Ain't gonna solve nothing, but to deal with what's going on. Because yes, you think Crips and Bloods don't have nothing to do with your life, but it does. It does. It has a lot to do with your life because they're part of the Black community. It's a scar on your face of the Black community, but nonetheless, it's still part of the Black community. Well, I don't have nothing to do. My family is all good. We woo woo. That's the part. You have to do something for another family. You think because your family is good and we straight over here that you don't have to help no other family or no other families? I don't know if you're going to get into heaven like that. You might have some issues. So Crips and Bloods is part of your problem because you need it to go away. Because what if it attack your kids through social media, through school, through art, through entertainment, through dance, because they in all that. You think because you live on the other side of La Brea, on Slauson, in that area that's bombed, I always wanted to get a house over there. I used to like the Scarface house. Remember the Scarface house when you drive down Slauson on the left, when you look to the left? It reminded me of the Scarface house. It got the poles and everything. You can see that one from the street. But you think because you live over here that your child is not affected by Crips and Bloods? Even if you communicate with your child and your child, who good person, guess what? You can't control your child every thought of thinking when they watching videos and they doing stuff. How do you think they come obsessed with being a gang member and a hardcore rapper? And I'm gonna tell you something. The homie brother is a rapper, was a rapper. Had he given his career a chance just to keep pushing and doing what he needed to do and just keep his same LA swag and style, guess what? He let outsiders influence him to start saying he from neighborhood. Less than 1 year or two, he was dead. That's how serious gangs are. You don't know when it's going to strike. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know when something is going to happen. Hey, man, listen, this is Dr. Crip, man. We in the house today, man. We passing out. We calling this Hot Meds Wednesday. This is where you come get your medication, man, to understand what's going on out here. RW, Westside Life, Roderick Choice. What it do, man? Welcome to the show, brother. Hey, this is where you come get understanding from, man. You know, we ain't like other podcasters over here, homie. We're going to tell you the real over here. Westside Life. Hello again, Dr. Crip, ending the sickness. And they said I could show this. I didn't even know that. Hello again, Dr. Crip, ending the sickness and praying no more in 24. This country is at war with itself, and black folk need each other more than ever before. You are absolutely right, Westside Life. You are absolutely correct. Black people need each other more than ever right now. Do you know what could be done if black people came together? See, I'm going to tell you, before Wiz died, rest in peace, Ronaldo Wizard, founder of the Crip League, Community Athletic Softball League, the first Crip softball league, 11 games, all playing, no violence. A few, you know, but didn't have nothing to do with the softball games. We were going to play the fraternities, the Alpha, the Omega. So it was going to be Crips and Bloods versus the Kappa, Alpha, Omega. Because guess what? They have never done nothing, ever, period. They ain't done nothing. Never have they done nothing together. Alpha, Omega. Show me somewhere where Alpha and Omega and Beta and Zeta and all that came together. You show me with the Crips and the Bloods, and they had a function together. Prove me wrong. Shut me up. RW, you know, tell me when that happened. Tell me when the black fraternities, the Alpha Omegas and the Alpha Phi, and tell me when they had a party or some functions with the Bloods and the Crips. I need to know this. Tell me when this happened. to my knowledge, this was the first time this was ever going to happen. Through softball, the Crips and the Bloods was going to play the Alphas, and both our cultures was finna entwine. Because guess what? The street wise, the gang member, the street wise, they need to meet the educated. The man that went to college and understood worldly affairs and got a insight on what's going on. You tell me when that happened. You tell me. We was finna pull those dudes' worlds together. Crips and Bloods and Sci-Fi, Alpha, Mega, what Steve Harvey and all them be doing. They don't deal with gang members. They don't even like none of that. We don't do all that, brother. Don't bring none of them niggas under my house. We know them because some of the Alphas come from the streets. They just don't go back. You should understand that. They just don't go back. That's the problem. They just don't go back to the streets. Once they get to Alpha and Omega and all that, they just keep going. They never come back. So when they hooked up with us and they seen it, they were serious. Man, we need to train. We need to change this. And see, somebody need to make sure that them dudes do that. They need to go out and get the committees together with the Bloods and the Crips. They need to form that committee. Right now, they need to talk about that at the next park events, at the next peace committee conference. They need to do. They need to get together so they can show because they have resources that people need. So they better do something because you got to take all avenues of everything to bring peace, to help these dudes come together. No more in 24. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see. Roderick Choice. Everything us as blacks been through have been designed from day one. We all really came together as a whole. That's good. We need that. We got to come together. King Son, what to do? Senior citizens on the podcast asking each other, how old were you when you came off the porch? He said, hey. And listen, you understand what I'm saying? Some things I play the role like coming off the porch. What do that mean? Some people came off the porch and didn't do gangs. Some people came off the porch and got beat up. Some people came off the porch and just say, when did you get put on? Tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, who socked you out? You feel me? You don't remember that? That never happened? Oh, I got put on by such and such. Come off the porch. Come off the porch and do what? You came off the porch and got ran back on? So miss me with all that. Come off the porch. See, that's the generation trying to change basic lingo. Because when you in jail, let me explain to you. You see all this on my arm and all this? You feel me? See, I don't wait to people when I come. I peels. You ain't got to ask me where I'm from. What's happening? But the basis of it, you feel me? Like, hey, what's up with you, blood? Where you from? You don't hear, hey, blood, when you get off the porch? when you're not gonna be answering no questions like that. When did you come off the porch? Is that what age you? I mean, what? You came off the porch and was running around with the gangs when you was a wannabe? I mean, what does that mean? I don't understand. Nigga, tell me when you got put on. Who was there? Who socked you out? What's going on? Because I get phone calls like this. Hey, what's up, Huston? What's happening, Kev? Where you at? Oh, I'm with my people right now. What's happening? Hey man, there's some dude up here talking about he's such and such. Is that right? Well, when he say he got put on, hey homie, when you got put on, he got put on and you whoop de whoop. He said you was there. Is that right? Damn. Hey, let me talk to him. What's up? Hey, what's up? What's the nut? What's up? I'm such and such. Woo woo. All right. What? You said when you get put on, I got put on and oh woo woo. You was there. It was you. Such and such. Such and such. You know woo woo. At this time, you better start just tell the truth. Just like woo woo. You know, I was squabbling. You know, I never put my head down. Woo woo. This and that. I was like woo woo. And then when I did my one-on-ones, such and such dropped me. You know what I'm saying? But it was nothing. I got up. I said, oh, yeah, I do remember that. Where you been? Man, you know, I went to jail out of town, woo, I came back. I was trying to get my shit together with my family, woo, woo, but I always wanted to come back to the hood, woo, woo. Okay, well, look, check this out. If they run you, you know, hey, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping about that, listen up, but I don't want to be, I'm like, yeah, hey, put the homie back on the phone. Hey, listen, check this out. Just let her do a couple of squabbles or something, bro. Don't be trying to break his jaw and all that because he hood, he's straight. Woo, click. See, what I didn't say nothing about jumping off the porch or none of that. That's how that go. Who put you on? When'd you get put on? You know, these is the questions I need to know. Black man, King Son. Black man playing in midnight basketball leagues while Mexicans getting rest for work today. Hey, look, we gonna block you. You out of control. You don't want to play no games with nobody. You need to run around playing midnight basketball. The Mexicans getting up and go to work in the morning. They at home eating tacos, Manelo, resting, because they finna be working 14 hours tomorrow. All you did was play basketball tonight and good game, cool. What's up, blood? Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Or, hey, homie, tell your homie Lil Rod I said, what's up? Oh, yeah, what's up, cuz? Yeah, cool, it's cool. Cuz, we're going to do this again, cuz. Hey, no problem, blood. Hey, listen, man. Hey, take a picture with me, cuz. Yeah. Just my homie Lil B, though. That's it, huh? That's all they. Niggas don't got no programs or nothing, huh? You scaling. Hey, you are scaling. Grown-ass men don't need to play shit. Learn a skill, get a career, and catch up. No time for sports and playing. We losing out here. You are deadly, hey. Listen, man, this is Hot Man Wednesday. I don't have nothing to do with it. This is where you come get your meds from. Hey, look, let me tell you something. This is where you come get the medication that you need, man, because black people don't have time to be playing. I don't feel like reading all that again. I hope you needed to hear all that the first time. Basically, what I'm telling you is this. Since 1969, what have Bloods and Crips done but put more ignorant, stupid people on the map? You tell me something that they done. I just read to you what is going on. It started in 69. You already know what happened in the 70s. You already know what happened in the 80s. You already know what happened in the 90s, even with the 3-minute peace treaty. You already know what happened. Western Ave, Queen XC, what it do? You already know what happened. Why do I have to go over that? In 2006, why did we bang? They felt that they wasn't getting represented right. The Crips and Bloods were such like, man, niggas is making money off of but ain't nobody stopped Crips and Bloods. You feel me? They mad because people making money off of them, you know? In 2024. You don't even see, them dudes was from New Jersey, Tennessee. You understand what I'm saying? they have affected every state with the bull. Hey, King Son, Olympics will be here in 4 years. Watch what LA will look like. You already know. Listen, let me tell you something. The boy came out here. Listen, the boy came out here years ago in like 2008 or something. Whenever they cleaned up downtown, whenever they did that mass cleanup, they pushed all them people around different places downtown. Whenever they did that cleanup, the boy had came out here from that other country. He part of that committee of the Olympics because they already knew the Olympics was going to come out here in 2028. See, they think way back then they was already on it. They was already on it. So they tried to do that cleaning and all that because they didn't want to see that dude see homeless people on the ground, you know? Trust me, we already know. One move away. Hey, Dr. Crip, no mo in 24. Yes, say it loud. I checked some Snoop Dogg birthday footage. You might be correct. No rolling 90s. Hey, listen. No, listen. I'm not saying that I'm the reason. But I know it's G homies over there. You feel me? And I know that it's somebody that got power that could have went to that party. If you don't know what what the person is talking about, they asked a question yesterday about Snoop Dogg, and I told them that I was curious because I didn't see. I guess that was in 22. That must have been in 2022. That was 2 years ago, I believe. Snoop Dogg 50th birthday party. It was a Crip Blue party, and all the gangs in LA were there, and I didn't see the 9-0s there. I was watching pages, you know. I was looking at people's pages, and I didn't see nobody post anything, and I'm wondering, where is the 9-0s? Why are they not at the party? I don't understand. So I just wanted to see the homies. I knew that somebody had to be there from 9-0, but they just didn't post anything. Oh, King Son, you said Twin was there. Okay, well, I'm looking. I'd never seen no pictures posted or anything, but I'm like, but they should have been there just as deep as anybody else. That's the 4-piece. You got the 4-piece combo. You know, 8 Trey, 6-0, 9-0 Hoover. That's the that's the 1-2. That's the 4-piece. Man, let me get a 4-piece. You know. I wanted them to be there deep. You know, my G homies should have been there. You got 3 or 4 G homies over there that needed to be a part of that with those dudes because they have people older than Twin. We have homies older than Twin that's just as G as Twin, you know, that been through it all. So those dudes should have been there, you know, and I don't know why they wasn't there. That's what I'm talking about in the whole. When I see, you know, this many people from this gang, I want to see everybody like, what happened? You know, I just didn't know what happened, but I'm glad that somebody was there and represented, but it should have been more, you know. That was my my thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see any people post any pictures of it, you know. I seen plenty video, but I never seen any pictures and posts of that night, you know. But this is a Hot Meds Wednesday, man. Well, we passing out hot meds, man. If you don't know what hot meds is, I'm sorry. Go to prison and want to get high or just keep fighting. Or they don't force the homies to take the hot meds no more. Now you know, if you sign up for it, you say, hey, you know, you want your hot meds, then I guess you'll get them. But it's like the equivalent of the yellows in the county. You know, when you fight, you get a murder and you're trying to beat your case, so you go to the yellows. You go to the yellows and You try to act like, I'm crazy. I got mental issues. You just can't take the medicine because if you start taking Ritalin and Seroquel and Hal Dog and all that, you're gonna have a long-term effect. Something is gonna happen. It ain't. It's not gonna. It's not gonna come out right. You. It's not gonna come out right. But this is what you. This is what you getting. Hot Man's Wednesday. This is the medicine you need to see. Listen to what she's saying.
Does anyone right now ever recall mental health assistance to slaves? Anybody remember sending in the therapist after I sold off your son, daughter, raped folks? At any point?
No.
Never. Second question. After slavery was officially over, now you're free. Anybody remember any therapy then? We know it's been rough, it's been deep for you, it's been difficult. We're going to do a little group therapy. Anybody remember that?
No.
That would be no. Number 3, after slavery officially ended, both in the States, in the Caribbean, the British ended, do you remember whether or not trauma continued?
Yeah.
Did the trauma continue?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It sure did, very much so. You know what I'm saying? And this is the effect of it right now. This is what we're telling you. This is the effect of it right now. You living in it. I know you upset, King Son, but this still is a direct result of Crips and Blood. Crips and Bloods is a side effect of the experiment and the conditions that they was doing. They a side effect. Crips and Blood is a side effect. They like, yeah, okay, that's good. We got them killing each other. That's exactly what we got. So in order to fight that, it's an uphill battle. And in order to fight that, you got to get physical. The older generation is going to have to accept it. They are going to have to get physical with the younger generation to change the pattern of adaptive thinking. You feel me? You're going to have to change that pattern, that thinking, You're going to have to change that. And the only way that is going to come, unfortunately, is through some violence that, may or may not, get cracking or not, but because you're going to have resistance. When you tell, hey, listen, man, listen, check this out, homie. We ain't putting nobody else on the hood. This is what's over with for us right now. Hey, Blood, listen. This is not happening no more. We ain't putting nobody else on the hood. That's number 1. Number 2, we ain't writing in nobody else's hood. We ain't going down there crossing out nothing. We ain't writing on our walls. We ain't crossing out nothing over here. And 3, we not going to bust on them niggas and hopefully they ain't coming to bust on us, but what we doing? We ain't going down there and bust on them. Now, let me tell you something. You gonna have resistance to that, man. Because people gonna say, nigga ain't with all that. That's them snakes in the grass. Now, who gonna deal with them? And how you gonna deal with them? Because they there. They exist. This nigga telling me, hey, Blood, telling me I can't go cross. They telling me I can't go cross these crabs out. Blood, these niggas just brought on my mama house. Who gonna go deal with him? Who gonna go deal with him? Who gonna talk to him? Who gonna tell him shut it down? That's a rule right now. All Bloods and Crips agree. No more in 24. We ain't putting nobody else on. We ain't going striking in nobody hood, and we ain't striking in our hood. Period. Ain't no more graffiti. Ain't no more initiation right now. Man, you got to, let's go be tripping about that. And those is him. What she telling you? The mental people, because it's been passed in their bloodlines and everything. They don't want to listen. They have adapted the attitude of depression, and it's in many forms. I'm an active gang member. That's a form of depression. You see the dude who I played the other day, his depression made him get on that camera and say, you know what? We've been killing each other for 43 years. I'm tired of it. And if niggas ain't with it, you know, that's what he said. Yeah. And you're going to have to live like that. You're going to have to deal with that. The ones that's in the hood, the G homies and all that, the 28s, everybody. You're going to have to get physical with your homies. Point blank, period. Because niggas is not going to be with it. They don't want to accept it. Ain't no more writing on the wall. Ain't no more putting homies on. That's it. That's over with. If you want to get put on this game, be 18 with a diploma. Show us you can at least read, because this nigga can't read. He can, him, her. They can't read. That's why they extra out the way they is, because they can't read. They don't want nobody to know that, but they can't read. They can't read at all. You'll see them. Just keep, you know how to identify them. It ain't hard. Hey, fill that out for me, blood. Hey, what you want to get? The menu right there. Oh shit, I just want some chili cheese fries. I already know what I want. Damn, you had chili cheese fries yesterday, every day. People, hey, listen, people are uneducated, and it is hard to deal with that. That is a form of depression when you are uneducated. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What's that word? A functional illiterate. We got functional illiterates. Yeah, that's the one right there. Functional illiterates. Yeah, you got a lot of them. But it all comes from slavery, passed down through generation, through generation, through generation, through generation. So it is important that we decide who is going to be in front of leading this peace movement, because you can't leave it to everybody. We need some real people to step up and guide and lead, you know, and make sure that everything is going the way that it's supposed to be going. Trade skills, resources, get up and go to work. Gang members are lazy. Don't you know they some of the most lazy? Mama, what boy, get up, woo. Man, I'm from the hood. What you say in my house? You from the hood? Then feel that he ain't got to do nothing because he from the hood now. Because he gang bang. That give him the right where he don't have to do nothing. Niggas, you crazy? Who's Listen, the conditions of slavery, what it has done to black people to this day. I don't feel like reading all that over again. You need to pay attention. That's the problem. Let me read. Listen, let's start. I'm gonna give it to you one last time. Hold on. Wait a
mental
minute.
health.
Let me give it to you again. Listen to what
Does anyone right now ever recall mental health assistance to slaves?
No.
Anybody remember sending in the therapist after I sold off your son, daughter, raped folks? At any point? Never. Second question. After slavery was officially over, now you're free.
Yeah.
Anybody remember any therapy then?
No.
We know it's been rough, it's been deep for you, it's been difficult. We're going to do a little group therapy. Anybody remember that? That would be no. Number 3, after slavery officially ended, both in the States, in the Caribbean, the British ended, do you remember whether or not trauma continued?
Yeah.
Did the trauma continue?
Yeah. Now look, check this out. Raymond Washington, age 15, started his new street gang in late 1969. Now, you tell me in 69, how long has it been since slavery was abolished? And I'm talking every single state where it's federal. What year is that? Now go to 69. Because you got now slavery over with. You got the white people that they got issues with you. So now they playing these games with you, putting you in debt and all kind of stuff. So now look, in 1969, Raymond Washington, age 15, started his new street gang in late 1969. Shortly after, much of the Black Panther Party base was eliminated, and as other social and political groups became ineffective in Los Angeles, Washington, who was too young to participate in the Black Panther power movement during the 1960s, had absorbed much of their rhetoric of the community control of neighborhoods. He fashioned his street organization after the Black Panther Party militant style, sporting the popular black leather jackets of the time, clearly influenced by the slain Black Panther Party leader Bunchy Carter, who had lived. Now, Pete, that's 1969. Now, we know I could have pulled up, I could have walked you through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I didn't feel like doing all that. So I'm going to just take you straight to the 2000s from 1969. So, because ain't nothing changed, right? Ain't too much change. Now, Why We Bang is a 2006 independent documentary film that documents the historical background of LA's Bloods and Crips gangs. The film follows several current and former members of the Bloods and Crips of Los Angeles through interviews. The objective of the film is stated by director C. Jones as, "We just got tired of seeing people not from our community make so-called hood movies. People making money off of them, putting the Bloods and Crips out there the way they want. That did not really depict what our community was all about. Our goal is to bring real images, what images, I don't know, and real stories. What stories, I don't know, about real people to the big screen. What people he talking about and all that, I don't know. But that's the state of mind. That's what's happening in the early 2000s. So now look, I'm going to bring you up to date. This was basically last month. It's still July. I don't care. It was last month, June. It was 1 month ago. Gang members sentenced to 7 years in prison for racketeering and firearm charges. Newark, New Jersey. A member of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crip gang was sentenced today to 84 months in prison for his role in a racketeering conspiracy and possessing firearms and ammunition as a convicted felon. Amir Warden, aka Stamps, aka Killer, previously pleaded guilty before U.S. District Judge Susan Wigington to a superseding information that charged him with racketeering and corrupt organizations, a RICO conspiracy, and possessions of firearms. So now look, this case is part of an organized crime drug enforcement task force's investigation. Purpose: identifies, disrupts, and dismantles the highest level criminal organizations that threaten the United States using a prosecutor-led, intelligence-driven, multi-agency approach. You better understand that. Listen. Tuesday, April 30th, 2024, 3 gang members convicted their roles in a murder. A federal jury convicted 3 members of Hoover criminal gangs. A federal jury convicted 3 members of the Hoover criminal gang yesterday for their roles in the murder of a suspected rival gang member. According to court documents and evidence presented at trial, Markel Young, 32, Octavius Ferguson, 27, and Jordan Powell, 25, all of Gibson County, Tennessee, were members of a subset of the Hoover criminal gang known as the 83rd or 8th Trade. This violent criminal street gang operated through Tennessee, California, and elsewhere, and was engaged in racketeering activities, including murder, robberies, and the trafficking of marijuana and cocaine, etc., etc., etc. Now, check this out at the bottom. This case is part of an organized crime drug task force's investigation, identifies, disrupts, and dismantles the highest level criminal organizations that threaten the United States using a prosecutor-led, intelligence-driven, multi-agency approach. So, from slavery to depression before the Crips, economic, environmental, the riots, all that, pop up the Crips. And so for the next 50 years to present day, all you got is Black Death. And you tell me something don't need to be done about that. And you don't want to have a part of that. And all through that, how they convicting people, because everybody telling on everybody. And you mean to tell me you're going to sit back and let your son, your daughter be a part of that? You better knock it off. But see, this is the blanket of suppression from slavery all the way down, which is one of the hardest things to break to present day. It is the attitude of the gangster that needs to be broken. I'm hard. I'm going to make some money. I'm this, I'm that. It starts when it's young. In order to break that, you have to get on your kids, unless when they grow up, they may not gang bang, but they got the gangster attitude. And it may not work for them. It may not work for them in life. Because once you become a full-fledged gangster, you either going to succeed or you're going to fail. It ain't no in between. It ain't no in between. So this is what we dealing with. Hey, man, this is Hot Man Wednesday, man, with Dr. Crip. I didn't mean to keep y'all too long. I just wanted to come on here and say what's up, man, you know, and spread the word, man, about what's going on. RW, Westside Life, Roderick Choice, King Son, RW, what it do? Western Ave XC. Hey, man, look, thank y'all for coming through. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let somebody know. We will be back again tomorrow, man. This is Dr. Crip. I'm out.